According to the alignments. According to the alignment of tunnels are classified as a spiral tunnel to increase the length of tunnel to avoid steep slopes in narrow valleys. Second, Oxford tunnel are constructed to shortcut minor obstructions. So according to the alignment, these are obtuse tunnel and spiral tunnels. According to the supporting arrangement, okay, so tunnels supported by RSJ sections, tunnels supported by rock pools, tunnels supported by shotcrete, and tunnels supported by the combination of all. Okay, so the shotcrete, that is tunnel supported by shotcrete. So shotcrete, it is nothing but the mixture of the cement and the sand and water. Okay, so when we sprayed that mixture of cement, sand, and water inside the tunnel lining, that is called as shotcrete. Okay, so to avoid the falling of rock and to give strength to the rock, we use the shotcrete. Okay, so tunnel supported by shotcrete. Next, tunnel supported by a rock bolt. Okay, so when we use rock and bolt, that is the first excavation of hole inside the rock, then uh, insert the bolt and fit. So that is the process of the rock and bolt process. Okay, so first excavation and fixing of rock and bolts, nut bolts. Okay, so that support is called as the bolt support. So one of the shotcrete and one of the nut bolt support. Okay, so that is tunnel support by the rock bolts and tunnel support by the shotcrete and combination of both. So these are the various supporting arrangement in tunnels. Next, types of tunnels for the transportation. So for the highway tunnels, next railroad tunnels and subways. Okay, so rapid transit tunnels. So these are types of tunnel for transportation we prefer. Next, highway tunnels. So highway tunnels, from the economic and safety point of view, it is better to have a pair of tunnels and each with a roadway of two lanes in one direction than to have a large tunnel more than two lanes. So from economic and safety point of view, it is better to have a pair of tunnel each with a roadway of two lanes in one direction than to have a large tunnel more than two lanes. So it is always safety and economic to better a pair of tunnels with the roadways in two lanes. Okay. So provision of a pair of tunnel has the following advantages. What is the advantage? So first, cost of construction is economized or economical. Provide safer road and avoid head-on collision. Next, facilitate the proper ventilation. Next, exist and entrance of two stream can be separated. And finally, easy repair and maintenance. So that's why the pair of tunnels having the various advantages and which is always economic and safety point of view. So it is better to provide a pair of tunnels with each of a roadway. Okay? So that is why the provision of a pair of tunnels has the following advantages. So cost of construction is economized and provide safer road and avoid the head of collision. Next, facilitate proper ventilation. Next, exist and entrance of two stream can be separated and easy repair and maintenance. Railroad tunnels. So for railroad tunnels, the American Railway Engineering Association has prescribed the standard dimension. Rapid transit tunnel. Unless special provision is made for proper drainage, the gradient provided should not be less than 5%. Next, component parts of tunnel and tunnel cross section. So this is the structure of tunnel, okay, and the different parts of tunnel. Okay, so component parts of tunnel. So what are the different component parts of tunnel? We can see first roof, then crown, So what is the topmost part of tunnel, that is called as crown. Crown, then roof, then walls, side walls, then inverts, shafts, ventilation, and drainage. Okay, so these are the various component parts of tunnel. Drainage for the collection of water or waste or rainwater or storm water. Okay, so whatever that water which percolated to the rocks and soil, so that water can be collected here as a drainage. Next, ventilation. Okay, by the mechanical ventilation or by the natural ventilation. Shafts. Okay, so these are some of the component parts of tunnel. Okay, so this is the parts or section of a tunnel. So a top heading and bottom heading, a side wall, invert arch, typical cross section of a tunnel, circular tunnel with the two traffic lanes and one safety wall, double box tunnel with the two traffic lanes. So these are the different types of tunnels which are used for transportation. Next, survey for tunnel alignment. Okay, so what are the different types of survey which required for the fixing of the tunnel alignment? Okay, so there are the various survey like reconnaissance survey, then the labeling survey or the ground survey or geological survey or soil survey. So these are the different survey we required during the fixing of the alignment of tunnel. Okay, so it is one of the important part of the fixing of or in the construction of tunnel. The fixing of alignment of tunnel is one of the major important part. So the first reconnaissance of the site area. So the first reconnaissance survey of site area. So from that we can collect the different data. Next, two or three alignment are selected. So according to data collection, so either there any obstruction, either there may be the school, either maybe there be institute, colleges, or either there may be village, okay, or either any other obstruction, maybe at the beach or roads. So these all data, or what is the geological data and what is the hydrological data, all required data should be collected in the reconnaissance survey. So according to the data, according to the site area, we have to select 2 to 3 alignments, and from that 2 to 3 alignment we are going to fix a final alignment which is more feasible and which is more economical. Okay, so first reconnaissance survey of that site area. Next, 2 or 3 alignments are selected. Next, final alignment is fixed considering the feasibility of construction, economy of construction, availability of labor, availability of material, and all other availability of equipment. So according to this all, we are going to fix finally a final alignment out of that 3 alignments, selected alignments. So these all factors should be considered, the feasibility of construction, economy of construction, availability of labors, availability of materials, and availability of equipments. These all factors should be considered during final selection of alignment. So for the final alignment, first both the ends of tunnel is fixed accurately on the heel. So during the tunnel construction, first the end of the tunnel, that is final alignment, first both the end of the tunnel is fixed. Okay. So finally, if the length of the tunnel is too much long, in that case excavation can be started from the both sides. If the tunnel length is short, in that case excavation can be started from one side only. Okay. So when the length is more, in that case excavation can be started from the both sides. Okay. So for the final alignment, first both the ends of the tunnel is fixed accurately on the heel, and then the center line of the tunnel is located on the ground, and then correct the length of the tunnel is determined. So uh, when the final alignment of first both the ends of tunnel is fixed on the hill, then what is the center line or what is the length of tunnel that can be located on the ground, and then measure the corrected length of the tunnel, and according to that excavation can be started. So what are the steps of tunnel survey? What are the different steps of tunnel survey? So first, initial survey is to be carried out. Okay. So that initial survey, in that we can collect the different data like alignment of tunnel based on the surface condition. Then prepare the detailed topographic map for preliminary setting of tunnel. Next, conduct a detailed tachometry survey of the site area to give horizontal and vertical control. Fix the tunnel obligatory points on the topographic maps. So these are the all data should be collected in preliminary survey or recognizer survey. So what is the surface condition? What is the soil data? What is the topographical maps or topographical data? Then tachometric survey. From that we can measure the angle and the height and the length of the points. Okay, so from the tachometric survey uh, to give horizontal and vertical control. Okay, so that means we can calculate the level of the ground, that is contour survey. So conduct detailed tachometric survey of the site area to give horizontal and vertical control. Next, fix the tunnel obligatory points on the topographic maps. Next, setting out of the tunnel center line on the surface. Next, precise triangulation, setting out inside tunnel. So these are the various steps of tunnel survey. Okay. First, initial survey in which we have to calculate the data, then setting out the tunnel center line on the surface, then triangulation survey can be done, and finally setting out inside tunnel. So what data should be collected? First, alignment of tunnel according to surface condition, then detailed topographic map of tunnel. Next, the horizontal and vertical control by using tachometric survey, and finally fix the obligatory points. These are some of the various steps which follow in tunnel. Okay, so this is what the center line on a curve. So this is the tangent and the center line. This is the triangulation survey, which is used for the tunnel fixing alignment, fixation for the laying of tunnel axis. Triangulation. Tunnel approaches, long approach, short approach. Transfer of center line through the intermediate shaft. Okay, so this is a method in which we can transfer the center line of tunnel through the intermediate shaft. Okay, so rock, then a shaft and the oil and basket. Okay, so this is the method of the transfer of center line on the ground. This is oil fill container. Tunnel with shaft, tunnel with roof, and the next one is tunnel lining. So types of tunnel lining or tunnel liners. First means unlike rock, next rock reinforcement system, next shotcrete, next segmental lining, then placing of concrete and slurry wall. Okay, as we previously discussed, the tunnel support in which shotcreting and rock bolting we discussed. So the tunnel lining, it is nothing but a tunnel concreting. So these are various methods we can use for the tunnel lining, like a slurry wall. So we can use a cement slurry. Next, place concrete. We can use RCC or plain concrete. Next, shotcreting. As we already discussed, shotcreting is a cement and sand mixture, and other rock reinforcement system. So these are the various systems which we can use for the tunnel lining or as a tunnel liners.